Hello, welcome. So we're going to move through a Vinyasa class today. So finding a comfortable seat on your mat, you can bring your hands to your knees, and we're going to begin with some spinal circles. So hinging from the hips, bringing the chest forward, gaze can come up. We'll roll to the right side and begin some circles through our spine, rounding through the spine, shifting the weight over to the left side, and then coming back and hinging forward. As we hinge forward, gaze can come up, moving to the right side, rounding through the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. On our exhale, moving to the left side, and again, coming forward. Allowing this to be a natural and intuitive movement. We'll take 3 more of these spinal circles to the right. And the next time you come forward, we'll roll to the left side and begin the same circles to the left. So chest opens on the inhale, gaze can come up, and then on the exhale, rolling through the spine, bringing chin to chest. Taking 2 more here. Finding stillness with a tall spine. We'll inhale to bring both our hands up and overhead. Hands can come together. Exhale, externally rotating the hands and lowering with a sweeping motion. Inhale, turning the hands, bringing them together, up and overhead. Gaze can come up. Exhale, turning the palms out. Sweeping our aura, cleansing our field. One more time. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, turning the hands outward. Letting it all go. We'll inhale, hands come up one more time. And on our exhale, we'll twist to the right, bringing our right hand behind us, planting it onto the earth, our left hand to the outside of the right thigh. We'll inhale to extend through the spine, and exhale, twisting through the thoracic spine. Gaze can come over that right shoulder. Inhale, coming back up to center, hands up to the sky, gaze up to the hands. And on our exhale, twisting to the left, planting our left hand behind us onto the earth, our right hand on the outside of the left thigh. Gaze it can come over that left shoulder. Inhaling to expand through the lungs, through the intercostal muscles, and exhaling to deepen the twist a little bit more through the thoracic spine. Inhale, coming back to center, hands come up. And on our exhale, folding over our hips, bringing our hands to the earth, releasing the head and neck. letting it all go. We expand through our wing space, the back of the heart. We'll press into the hands and roll over the knees, coming into a tabletop position on our mats. Shoulders are stacked over wrists, knees underneath the hips, toes can be tucked or untucked. We'll begin with some cat-cows. So inhale, lowering the belly, gaze will come up to the sky. And on our exhale, rolling through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, belly lowers, gaze raises. Exhale, roll through the spine, chin to chest. Really lubricating through every single vertebra. Finding a neutral spine. We'll begin barrel rolls. So lowering the belly, gaze can come up. And then bringing the ribs over to the left, hips to the right. And again, through that arching motion, ribs transfer over to the right side, gaze can come up, lowering it down into our cow. So kind of moving through a cat and cow, but creating a circular motion through our abdomen. Bring the neck in gently. Finding stillness and beginning these barrel rolls going to the opposite direction. So inhale, lowering the belly, gaze can come up. And this time bringing the ribs over to the right side. As we roll through that cow pose, we're horizontally bringing in space into our trunk. Allowing our hips and our neck to join. Taking a deep inhale here, and on our exhale, finding stillness. We'll tuck the back toes and extend the right foot back. Finding balance with our opposites, we'll extend our left hand back, our left hand forward. Inhale to find space in the ribs and strengthen the hips. And on our exhale, we'll curve through the spine, bringing elbow to knee, tucking through the chin. Inhale to extend. Exhale to tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale to tuck. Inhale, extend. On our exhale, planting our hand back to the earth and pressing into our left foot, we'll meet in a three-legged dog. Taking a moment to move the hip space back and forth, creating circles with our right leg. And as that feels complete, We'll shift the hip weight forward into a plank and plant the right foot between the legs, lowering the back knee and coming into our low lunge, untucking the left toes, lifting the chest and the hands up to the sky. We'll open into our front hip flexor on the left side. Taking deep belly breaths here. Inhaling to reach the hands up to the sky. Exhale, shift the weight back and straightening through the right leg. And fold over the right leg, pointing through the right foot. Bend through that knee. Hands can come on either side of the right foot, retucking the back toes. We'll step back into our downward facing dog. We'll inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the earth. Inhaling up to baby cobra. Exhale, we'll come back into a child's pose. Now this is an all levels class, so at any point that you feel like you need rest, or just a moment to yourself, feel free to come back into this child's pose. From here, rocking the head side to side, massaging through the forehead. We'll inhale to come back up to a tabletop position. Tucking through the toes, we'll extend the left leg out this time. Right hand out. We'll inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach. Exhale, lowering the right hand, pressing into the right foot and coming up into our three-legged dog. Bending through the left knee, creating hip circles. Finding stillness in a three-legged dog. We'll shift the weight forward onto our hands and plant the left foot between our hands, lowering the right knee. We'll come up off of our leg and into our low lunge. Hands can come up to the sky, gaze to follow. Opening through the right hip flexor this time. Deep inhale, and on our exhale, straightening through the left leg, pointing through the left toes, and gently lowering over the left leg. We'll walk the hands on either side of the left foot. And once again, come into our low lunge. Inhale, arms can come up. Exhale, placing the hands on either side of the left foot. We'll tuck through the back toes and meet in our downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pedal out our dogs. Just noticing the difference as we begin to warm up into our body. We'll find stillness here. Take a deep inhale to shift the weight forward into plank, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, we'll meet in our downward facing dog. We'll inhale to reach the right leg up this time. Exhale, shift the weight forward, plant the foot between the hands. We'll step the left foot forward about halfway and plant it at a 45-degree angle, preparing for warrior one. Taking a deep bend in the right leg. On our inhale, we'll rise up and meet in our warrior one. Our hips are square, our gaze is up to the ceiling. We'll take a deep inhale here to broaden across the chest, and on our exhale, bring our hands to interlace behind our sacrum. We'll straighten through the arms and broaden across the chest, coming into a mini back bend. We'll inhale here, and on our exhale, we'll bow forward into our humble warrior. Hands can come up to the ceiling. Shoulders tracking to the inside of the right leg. We'll inhale to come up. Exhale to bow. Inhale up to standing. Exhale to bow. Inhale up to standing. Releasing the hands, bringing them up to the sky. And on our exhale, opening up into our warrior two. Pressing into the nice edge of our left foot. We'll inhale to extend through the spine. And on our exhale, reversing the warrior. Inhale back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse our warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse our warrior. From here, we'll straighten through the right leg. Coming back up to standing. We'll reach forward with the right hands, allowing the hips to track backwards and coming into our triangle pose. Gaze can come up to the sky. Hands can come to blocks or the earth, or pressing into the shin of the right leg. Inhaling up to standing, and then exhaling into our warrior two. Roll onto the ball of the left foot and meet in a high lunge. Arms can come up to the ceiling. Inhaling here. Exhaling, planting the hands on either side of the right foot and stepping back into our downward facing dog. Taking a deep inhale here to exhale, pressing our heels into the earth. Noticing the difference between our legs, checking in incrementally as we move through our practice. We'll inhale to shift the weight forward into high plank. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, moving into our downward facing dog. We'll inhale to reach the left leg up this time. Exhale, shifting the weight forward, planting the foot between the hands. We'll step forward about a foot with our right foot this time, planting it at a 45-degree angle. And on our inhale, we'll rise up into our warrior one. Settling in here, feeling that stretch through the back of the right leg. We'll interlace our hands behind our back, opposite finger on top this time. On our inhale, we'll broaden across the chest, press the hands back. And then on our exhale, we'll bow into our humble warrior. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to bow. Shoulder tracking inside of the knee. And again, exhale, bow. Inhale back up to standing. We'll open into our warrior two with our left leg in front. Inhale to reverse our warrior. Exhale, coming to stand in our warrior two. Pressing into the knife's edge of our right foot. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Straighten through the left leg. On our exhale, bringing our hands and shoulders over the left hip. Our right hip tracks back and landing in our triangle pose. Gaze can come up to the ceiling. Hands can come to blocks or through the earth. Taking a micro bend in the left knee, we'll come up to standing and land in our warrior two. Rolling onto the ball of the right foot, we'll meet in a high lunge. Inhale to broaden and extend through the spine, and exhale, planting the hands around the left foot and stepping back into our downward facing dog. Again, pedaling through, noticing if there's more balance at this time. We'll move through our vinyasa once again. So inhaling, coming forward into plank. Exhale, halfway chaturanga or all the way, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, the downward facing dog. We'll inhale to reach the right leg up. Exhale, planting the foot between the hands, we'll come up into our high lunge. Grounding through that right leg, we'll shift the weight forward and bring the left knee to the chest, wrapping the hands around the left shin. Finding this balance here. We'll extend the left leg out. Bring our hands to our prayer. Holding here with strength. We'll begin to hinge forward, bring the chest forward as we bring our foot behind us and land in a warrior three. Hinge as we inhale, standing up, bringing the knee to chest. Exhale, this counterbalance back into our warrior three. One more time here. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, warrior three. From here, lowering the hands down to the earth, we'll come into our three-legged split. So making sure our hips are square. We bring our forehead as close to the knee as possible as our left leg comes up to the sky. Our pinky toe is tracking down. If you want a balance challenge, you can take one hand around the right leg and then maybe the other. We'll take a deep inhale here, and on our exhale, we'll squat down into our Shiva squat. So bringing the left knee behind the right, tapping the toes to the earth, hands can come to prayer for one. Extend back up to the standing split. Squat for two. Extend up to standing split. And then squat for three. And we'll hold here for 3, 2, 1. Gently placing the hands down to the earth. We'll lower the left knee and come into a seat with our legs crossed. We'll inhale to bring both hands up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand behind us. Bring the left elbow around the knee and twist, gaze coming over the right shoulder. On our next inhale, coming back up to twist. We'll exhale, bring both hands to the earth on our left side just to counterbalance this twist, maybe bending through the elbows. A little challenge, bringing the right foot around behind you. We'll come to rest in a pigeon pose. So deep bend in our left leg at that 45-degree angle. Right leg will come behind us straight. First, we'll straighten through the spine, indicating to our body that it is okay to surrender, that we are doing this intentionally. Deep inhale, and on our exhale, folding over the left leg into our pigeon pose. On our next inhale, pressing into the hands, tucking through the right toe, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Taking a deep bend in the right leg, straightening through the left leg, allowing our femur to come back into our left hip. If it feels good, you can walk your dog. You can come into a three-legged dog and do those hip circles again, moving one direction and then the other, meeting in stillness in our downward facing dog. We'll move through a vinyasa, so on our inhale, shifting into plank, exhale, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or downward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll inhale to lift the left leg up this time. Exhale, shift the weight forward, plant the foot between the hands. We'll rise up into our crescent lunge. Grounding into the left leg this time, pressing our weight into that left leg, creating some buoyancy with our right. We'll shift the weight forward and come to stand with our right knee into our chest. Wrapping the hands around the shin, bringing the knee closer to the chest, flexing through the foot. We'll find our balance here as we extend through the right leg. Hands can come to heart. We'll hold here for an inhale, and as we exhale, hinge the chest forward, leg can come back, we'll meet in a warrior three. Again, moving through this pendulum with grace and ease. Inhale, coming up to standing, knee comes to chest. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, coming up to stand, knee to chest. Exhale, warrior three. From here, placing the hands down onto the earth, we'll come into that standing split. So squaring off our foot, making sure our toes are all facing the earth, our hips are square. We're engaged through the right glute, bringing the foot as high as we can. We want a little bit of a balance challenge. You can take one hand around the left foot, maybe the other. Maybe not today. Our goal is to bring our forehead as close to the leg as possible, maintaining that square hip. You can inhale to press into the hands, and on the exhale, we'll move into those Shiva squats. So bending into the left leg, the right knee comes behind, and we tap our toes onto the earth for 1. Hands can come to a prayer. Exhale to extend, straighten through the legs. Inhale here. Exhale to squat for 2. Inhale to standing split. And squat down for 3. This time we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Lowering the hands, gently placing the right knee down to the earth and coming into our seat. Cross-legged. We'll inhale to reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, twisting to the left. We'll plant our left hand behind us onto the earth to ground. Gaze can come over the left shoulder. On our next inhale, we'll unravel, planting both hands on the outside of our right hip. We'll just counterbalance that twist, bending through. Coming back up. We'll swing the left leg around and land in our pigeon position with our right knee forward. So squaring off our hips, checking in behind us, making sure our left leg is straight. We'll take a deep breath to straighten through the spine, indicating to our bodies that we are doing this intentionally. And as we're ready, folding over our right hip and landing in our sleeping pigeon. Press into the hands, tuck through the back toes, and meet in our downward facing dog. Taking a deep bend in our left leg this time. Maybe walking the dog. If you'd like, raise your right leg up to the sky and create those hip circles. That feels complete, meeting in a downward facing dog. We'll move through our vinyasa once again. So inhale, shifting the weight forward into our plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a deep bend in the knees, gaze can come forward. You can hop or step. Our feet to the front of the mat, lowering our glutes all the way down to the mat. We'll come to a seat. With a tall spine, hands come out, we'll slowly lower to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to meet all the way down onto the earth, bringing the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a little hug, a rock side to side to massage across the kidney belt. We'll place both feet onto the earth, knees bent, preparing for a bridge pose, placing the hands face down, scooting the heels in a little bit more. On our inhale, we'll press into the feet and into the hands, raising the hips up, chest to up, maybe interlocking our hands underneath us to create a little bit more of a chest expansion. If it's in your practice to go into full wheel, you'd like to do that at this time. Taking a deep inhale here, releasing the hands and slowly lowering one vertebra at a time. And move up into a bridge one more time. Deep inhale. And exhale, pressing into the feet, into the hands, raising the hips up to the sky. Interlocking the hands underneath us, maybe opposite finger on top. Feeling that expansion across the chest. Once again, releasing the hands, slowly lowering one vertebra at a time. Bringing the feet to the outside of the mat, knees to come in together. Maybe rocking side to side, windshield wipering on this rainy, rainy day. Bringing the knees into chest for a hug. We'll cross the right leg over the left and allow both knees to gently come down to the earth on the left side. Arms can come out to a T, gaze can come over the right arm. Gentle supine twist, or legs to the left, or gaze to the right. Our inhale, rolling back to center. On our exhale, switching the crossing of our legs and allowing them to come down to the right. Gaze over to the left side. Our inhale, coming back up to center. taking the feet on the outside edge and opening into our happy baby. Maybe straightening through one leg and then the other, rocking from side to side. Closing our legs like a book and landing with our feet down and our hands out in our Shavasana, our final resting position. If there's anything else that your body is craving at this time, I'll encourage you to take it now. Maybe it's a plow, maybe it's a supported bridge, maybe it's like a wall. And if you are ready, we will meet here in our Shavasana. Deepening the breath, slowly beginning to bring movement back to the fingers and to the toes, the wrists and the ankles, And bend through the elbows, extend the hands up overhead for a good morning stretch. A deep inhale and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Bending through the knees, shifting the hips to the left side and rolling onto the right side. Recognizing that our Shavasana is the death of our practice, the space where all the dead bits fall away, and in this fetal position, a place of rebirth, of renewal, of moving forward into our day. Allowing ourselves to embrace this nourishing position. Our left side to the earth, our right side to the sun. Pressing our hands into the earth. We'll come up to a seat, trying to keep our eyes closed, meeting with our hands at heart center. I thank you for sharing your practice, your breath, and your light with me today. I wish you peace with whatever the universe brings you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.